What's up, everyone? So, I was requested to show off my game collection as I was unboxing it. So, I've been spending the last couple of days working on this storage room to be able to have enough space to set up the game collection, make a little bit of a studio. As you can see, it's still pretty much a wreck. But I did get enough room that I could finally put up a bookshelf, and I figured I would start working on some of the games, putting it on the shelves, making it look nicer in here. I did get my desk set up that I've put my computer on. It's got some consoles in boxes on it right now, but let's go ahead and look at the games that I have in this box right now. Alright, so this is a freaking huge box. It's completely packed full of stuff. Like, I literally packed this thing to capacity, and it weighs a freaking metric ton. Like, no joke. This thing is way too heavy for me. I can't even carry it up here. But let's pop this sucker open. And see DS, 3DS, and NES at the moment. There we go. So, oh, some SNES, nice. And some Vita. So, I'll pull these games out of here. Let's go ahead and just stick stuff on shelves. I'll go ahead and make it look a little bit nicer in a little bit here. I just need to get to the bottom of the box, because that's where I wanted to bottom of the box is where I wanted to get to, so that way I can just get everything organized real nice and pretty. Did not remember having this many 3DS games. Alright. Oh, and this guy's glorious. It's that Amazon exclusive Pokemon Sun and Moon dual pack. I've never opened this sucker up. So this is like technically still considered new in box, sealed. Even though there was no seal up here, unfortunately. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm never gonna open that sucker up now. DS games. A lot of these are actually still sealed. I started picking up a lot of these since they're pretty cheap. Yeah, Chrono Trigger, Golden Sun, both Final Fantasies are both sealed. Pokemon. This actually isn't everything. I have another box that had stuff that I didn't take to the apartment with us. So I actually have a complete boxed copy of Soul Silver as well. Well, there's the one box for Soul Silver, but I have this outer box for it as well. Alright. Ah! Don't fall. Star Fox Command. Is that new? No, that's not new. Oh, look. Yoshi's New Island. It was hiding over here. XY. There you go. Alphabetical order is very important to me. Vita games. Yeah, it's a good selection. Okay. Let's throw those on this shelf for now. Nope, stop. Everything's falling apart. But hidden under that, we had some 360 games, Sega Saturn game, PS1 games. Let's see here. Excite Bike. And then here's my NES collection. Has Zelda in one of these cartridge protectors. It's not a very good copy of Zelda, but it's the best I got at the moment. But let's see here. We got 3D World Runner. That game's awesome. 1942. Castlevania. Castlevania 3. Excite Bike. Final Fantasy. Somehow I don't have Castlevania 2, and that one's like the easy to come by one. Don't ask me what that's about. Kid Icarus, Legend of Kaji, Zelda, Mega Man 2, Metal Gear, Metroid. Ah! Things are just falling over all over the place. Stop it. RC Pro-Am. This game was awesome. Label's torn, unfortunately. But that is what it is. Snake's Revenge. Oh my gosh. I need to beat that game. Just to say I have. Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, Tetris, and Adventures of Link. And Link is, again, in one of these cartridge protectors since it's a nicer game. But then under that, we had more PS1 games that were hiding here, and a ton of Super Nintendo games. My Super Nintendo collection's pretty interesting. I actually found copies that weren't in very good shape just so they'd be a little bit cheaper. Well, for some of the more expensive games. Like this copy of Chrono Trigger actually has a reproduction label on it. I opened it up, wow. I opened up the cart and verified that it's actually Chrono Trigger, like not a fake. And it does have a reproduction label on it, but since it's just for my own collection, I really don't care. It looks really pretty. And it's a legit copy of Chrono Trigger. I replaced the save battery in here, and it runs great. What else was there? Let's see here. Yes, here's a perfect example of finding a game that's in crap condition. Mega Man X2. Label is torn up like crazy, but it's an authentic version of Mega Man X2, and I actually plan to buy some reproduction labels to throw in here myself just to make it look pretty again. Donkey Kong Country 3, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Oh man, everything's falling over, stop it! But I also plan to go through and actually clean all of these cartridges, because I haven't cleaned any of these guys yet. Like maybe one or two, but I want to go through and give all of these carts a thorough cleaning. I'm going to do that first with my N64 games. Let's see here. This stack is Secret of Mana, Star Fox, Street Fighter, Super Mario All-Stars, Pilot Wings. There's some more of my Super Nintendo games in the other box that I took a picture of. If you're on my Discord, you already saw that. But here's the pride of my collection right here. This copy of Mega Man X3 is pristine. I threw it in this cartridge protector because this thing is actually in really great shape, unlike X2 and X1. My copy of X2 and X1, I mean. Like those need some help, but this guy is pristine, and it's the hardest one to find. So I'm really proud of that one. Now, speaking of more Mega Man, well, NBA Jam, NFL, but Mega Man 7. Another really expensive game that I got for cheaper because the label is gone. And then this copy of Mega Man X. Oh my gosh, it is just shredded, label-wise. It's really too bad, but again, it really lowers the price drastically. And when you try to collect expensive Super Nintendo games, lowering the price is always great. Oh, this game is so good. Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. If you've never played this game, play it. It is so fun. It's like literally the best, one of the best games. Killer Instinct. I love the black cartridges on Super Nintendo. They're so cool. But yeah, I'm not really that much of a Disney fan, but oh my gosh, that Super Mario World plus All Stars plus World, nice. Didn't even remember I had that. It feels so good. Oh, and there's some beautiful games that got exposed right here. We have Dreamcast underneath those Super Nintendo games. But before we get to that, I'm going to pull out the rest of my Super Nintendo games that were in the other box. Alright, so in the other box we had my Super Game Boy. It's just the original model. It needs a replacement back label, if I'm going to be that picky about it. Probably. But here's the rest of those games for Super Nintendo that I had. We got Super Mario Kart. Wow, this is awful. It's really hard to do this one-handed. But yeah, we got Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island. I can't do this one-handed. Jeez, whatever. They're all falling. They're all falling. Super Mario RPG. Yeah, there's some label residue here that I need to get rid of. What else do we have in here? Some Game Boy games. And for the Super Nintendo, we've got... Oh man, everything's falling over. Got Super Metroid, the Super Star Wars Trilogy. Oh no, Turtles in Time. And then last for SNES is Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and this game is so great. If you've never played this one, grab a friend and enjoy the co-op mode. It's so great. So I just finished packing that big box. I didn't show everything that was in it just because it was taking far too long, and I really just wanted to get stuff up on the shelf. So I finished shelving all of my Nintendo games, both console and handheld, and I managed to fit it all on one bookshelf, which is pretty neat. So it just looks kind of nice to me. So I'll flip this camera around, let you take a look. A bookshelf full of every Nintendo game that I own. On the top, I decided to just throw up all the console boxes that I happen to have. I unfortunately don't have anything older than Wii anymore. I'm kind of sad that I got rid of my GameCube box now, but I need to figure out how I want to arrange this, but it looks pretty neat. So that's everything for Nintendo. As you can see over here, I still got a stack of PS1 and Dreamcast stuff that I'm trying to get sorted out. I need to bring another shelf in. And then I also need to move all my original Xbox stuff in here as well and get the 360 stuff on the shelf too. And then just finish clearing out the bunch of friggin' boxes and other random nonsense and bring up a couch, and we got ourselves a studio. A really, really long night of finishing up organizing these boxes and getting them unpacked. I think I'm finally done. So the first thing you're going to notice when you walk into this room is I built this loft bed that we'd had in storage. So that way I could store a lot of boxes behind it. That way they weren't just out in the open. Room for the light switch, it's right here by the door. And then a lot of movies and games and controllers and consoles just sitting out because I haven't finished organizing them yet. Got my computer moved in. Xbox One, PS4, Switch behind this monitor here. Gaming monitor, I got the FrameMeister capture card, HDMI switcher all set back up. On the desk there we got a Super Nintendo, NES, Atari, the Saturn, N64, 360, all my PlayStations, Sega console. Feel a little bad, my 32X power supply went bad. I'll need to replace it. But yeah, over here was just controllers for all that stuff and a Wii. But on to the main event. I finished organizing the game shelves and put some stuff up on top of them. And that is the current setup. Alright, looking forward to streaming from in here, and I hope that I can provide a lot better content now that we can actually have some video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.